Hey everybody, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. If you are new, today is all about fragrances that I have picked up over the past 4 months or so. Summer hits, summer misses. I haven't done a haul video since I think the end of December. There are a couple fragrances that I have left out because I just haven't worn them enough. I like to really get in some good wears before I talk about perfumes. So with that, I'm just going to dive right in. But if you want to let us all know down below some of your new pickups that you'd love to share, leave us a note down below. Let's see where to begin. Okay, I'm just going to start with an easy one, a fragrance that I will very soon be upsizing to a larger bottle. This is Bobo by Cara Barcelona. I fell in love with so many in the Discovery set. I was sent the Discovery set and so many of them spoke to me. This was one of them. This is their 30 ml bottle. I guarantee you, I'm gonna put this in my purse. I'm gonna blow through this fragrance and end up upsizing because this fragrance is me in the spring, summer, and warmer months. Really year round, but spring and summer are when this perfume is going to shine. This is a lemony fresh, slightly soapy, white floral perfume. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I am absolutely obsessed with this perfume. I did a sample swap with one of you guys out there. Her name is Katrina. And we did a sample swap probably a year and a half ago. And she sent me a bottle of, it's called Jardin d'Amalfi by Creed. Oh my gosh, I fell in love. And then I went to go purchase the bottle and I thought, I got a little bit of a sticker shock and I thought, do I really love it that much? The answer was yes. And I just kept putting off buying a full bottle. And I remember smelling this and thinking, oh my gosh, I don't need a full bottle of Jardin d'Amalfi because this one is in that category. It's very close. They're not the same, but this will scratch that itch if you love that perfume like I do and really don't want to spend the $300-400 on the bottle. Bobo is perfect. You really have to enjoy fresh, clean, lemony, citrusy, floral perfumes with a hint of soapiness, or you will not like this perfume. I like it. So it's clean, fresh, it's floral, it's citrusy, it's a little bit zingy. I almost think it has ginger in here, but it almost has a little bit of, or a little zip of ginger, and it could just be the citruses, it could just be the florals. And again, it has a little bit of that clean, slightly soapiness, but it's not shampoo-y. I like shampoo-y. It's not shampoo-y, I almost dropped the lid. And it's not overly green or soapy. So it's not gonna hit you in the face with soap, but it is clean and fresh, and I love it. And this is a perfect, affordable alternative to that really expensive Creed perfume that I love. The next one is really strictly a winter perfume, and I got this maybe December, January, so I did wait too long to do this video, but I wanted to do this video because I wanted to give a shout out to a content creator. Her name is Wendy. Listen, if you watch my videos, you have a YouTube channel, let me know down below. If you leave a comment and your name looks like you may have a YouTube channel or you're a content creator, I'm gonna check you out and I'm going to subscribe to you, particularly if you're just starting out, because hey, we need to support each other. And there are a lot of fabulous content creators out there that need to get more attention. I was influenced by Wendy's Parade of Perfume. She has a channel that I love. She's very no nonsense. She's very intelligent. She obviously talks about perfumes because she enjoys them. She shows these hidden gems. She shows old, she shows new, she shows vintage. She's got them all. And I just love how she discusses fragrances. I love how she approaches things. You can tell she does it because she loves it. And I will link her down below. I think many of you will enjoy her approach, and I love her, and she's one of the people I look forward to when she posts. She was talking about Wazamba by Perfume de Empire, and I have a couple from this line, and she basically said it was like being in a forest, and I'm like, add to cart. I love being in a forest. This is a very woody, sappy, resinous fragrance with incense. This is very unisex. This is cold weather only, and if you like fragrances that smell like you are literally in the woods, but add you know, the bark, and add the literal tree sap This has a sweet sappiness to it, and I think it adds to the woodiness, and it actually gives this fragrance a nice tang and depth, and goes along with the incense that's in here. I mean, I didn't look up the notes, but that's what it smells like to me. So a beautiful perfume. I was able to wear it a couple times while the weather was still cold, and I can't wait to wear this when the weather gets cold again. I will be putting this away for the spring and the summer, but thank you, Wendy, so much for this suggestion. And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere and you're looking for something that's very woody, very resinous, has a tree sap quality with a little bit of incense, and done very, very well. Almost every fragrance in this line is done so well, and they are very overlooked. So that is Wazamba. So thank you, Wendy, for leaving a comment so that I can find your lovely channel and enjoy your content. Speaking of incense, the next one is a Conton Biche creation, I think it is. It's called Myrrh Shadow by Perfumes. I saw who the nose was. I saw the notes and I thought, oh my gosh, I gotta get my nose on this. This is a beautiful perfume. The first time I wore it, it was not a love at first sniff, because there's something in the opening that smells a little bit like cumin, and I do not like cumin. So I don't think cumin is listed. I think it's like cedar and basil, and those together give me or come off a little bit cumin-like in the beginning. And I only get it when I spray. Immediately after I spray, if I get my nose right where I sprayed. I don't smell that in the air. I don't smell that in the sillage. And thankfully, I don't smell that in the mid to dry down. But a beautiful perfume that is I would call this an amber perfume. I would call this a resinous amber perfume with myrrh. It doesn't have that smoky incense. It doesn't have that piney frankincense. I love all incense. I like that. I like smoky. I like piney. I like it all. This one is myrrh. So myrrh is not as smoky. It's a little bit more sweet. It can go into the medicinal zone, but it doesn't here. So it's a beautiful amber myrrh perfume with other things going on. Has a little bit of woodiness. Like I said, it has cedar. I think it has a little bit of basil. It's a touch aromatic in the beginning. This is really, really pretty. Year-round, date night in the summer. Very, very classy. And it does remind me of an amber that I already have in my collection. It's called Le Rouge. Those two perfumes have a very, very similar amber. Beautiful, unisex, classic, timeless, other than that 5 minute of opening, which isn't my favorite. And if you've tried that, do you get that in the opening like I do? Okay, the next one is the only miss in the basket, and it was a blind buy. And this one was a perfume that was talked about a lot last year. And I thought for sure, I was gonna love it. This had my name all over it. It's called Bois De Vanille, like a woody vanilla. Hello, that's me. And I accidentally bought 2 bottles. So not only was it a blind buy, but I didn't realize I had hit 2 in the basket. So I got 2 sent to me. And this one is a miss. I think I'm the only person on the planet that doesn't just absolutely love it. And I think it's a nice perfume. I think it's just, I was surprised how it smells. This is a very floral perfume. I get tons of flowers, or I get rose. This is a very rose forward perfume. I get rose. I get like a little bit of a green fruitiness. I get a little bit of tonka. I get, maybe there's a little bit of other white flowers in here. I do get a nice vanilla. It's a non-overly sweet vanilla that's more of a vanilla pod vanilla, a little bit of woods in the base. But this to me is very, very floral with a little bit of a green fruitiness. And I think it's lovely, and I don't hate it. It just doesn't smell like I thought it would smell. It's a good summertime. I would say it's a good summertime, solar, rosy, like a vanillic rosy perfume. It does have something a little bit beachy in here. Maybe there's a touch of coconut, but it doesn't smell like sunscreen. So Le Bois was a miss, but it's not because I hate it. It's just because it's a little bit different than what I thought it would be, and there's a lot of rose in there. And I'm a big rose lover, and there are a lot of rose perfumes in this basket. But when I think about fragrances for the spring and summer, I like to do something a little bit The rose needs to be muskier, it needs to be fruitier, it needs to be fresher, it needs to be lighter, a little bit soapy. So I can see why a lot of people love that, but it's a pass for me. Okay, let's do a couple gourmands. One of them is by one of my favorite houses, Micallef. This is called Pistachio Chic. Again, I've had this for months and months and months. I just have so many perfumes, and before I talk about them, I want to give them good wearing. So that means sometimes it takes months before I can talk about it. This is a beautiful perfume, a very nice, classy French take on a gourmand, which means it doesn't smell like literal food. It's very nutty, it's very powdery, it's light, it has a creaminess. It's not too sweet. I would say there's almonds in here in addition to pistachio, probably hazelnuts. It has like a light, sweet vanilla quality. Does this one have marshmallow? And I forgot to include it in my marshmallow video, probably. A very light whipped vanilla, like a whipped cream vanilla or a marshmallowy vanilla. Very, very light florals. I would say like, I don't know, some sort of subtle Parisian white flower. This is lovely. And it does layer really well, I found, with my Boom Boom cream. I put the Boom Boom cream on, I put this on, and it's so lovely. So this is a gourmand that's not overly gourmand. It's nutty without being overly nutty. It has a light, airy quality. It's very, very pretty, light to moderate wearing. Definite hit. Now another like full-on gourmand is this one called Hot Cakes by Sniff. Oh my gosh, this is for my gourmand guys, my gourmand girlies. This smells like a donut pancake. So you made a pancake out of donut batter, and then, so you made your pancake, and then you added maple syrup and a big old dollop of butter. That's what's in here. Very, very sweet. It's making my mouth water. It's super sweet. I do like it. It's a little bit too sweet. It's a little bit too gourmand for me, but I'm going to pass it along to my daughter. I think she'll love it. She loves these really sweet gourmands. It does remind me of when I already owned Creme Couture in the dark blue bottle. They have some similarities, like the sweet, pancakey, sweet bakery. You know, that one's more of a croissant. This one is more of like a donut pancake. That background DNA that has a lot of like a dark fruit compote that I love, like a blackberry, blueberry, blackcurrant compote. This one has a butter and maple syrup instead. I don't need both, and I don't need both. I like both, but that's why I'm going to pass this one on to my daughter, because I have a Creme Couture. Okay, the next one was a big hit for me. Scent Split was so kind to send me, they sent me this little box of samples, and I went through all the samples. I actually took them to work, and me and my friends, my coworkers, we were having a ton of time testing them out and smelling them, and there was a far and away winner, and there was one that I definitely wanted to get a full bottle of. I ended up getting a full bottle, and this is Shushu. I think it's called Shushu. Anyway, by the House of Lys. I think I love every single perfume in this line. They're done so well. So this is a citrusy vanilla that's very different, and it shares a lot of the same notes as Acro Bake, but the two could not be more different. I think this is whipped cream, this is lemon zest, vanilla, tonka, but there is a major difference in how they smell. Bake, the lemon zest is really zesting. It's very heavy, it's very zesty, it's very lemony, very tart, very strong. The lemon in here is very airy. This is a very light, airy, fluffy, angelic perfume. I would have had it in my angelic perfumes if I had had the full bottle at the time, because it is a very light, airy, fluffy gourmand. It's beautiful. This smells like whipped cream, lemon zest on a vanilla marshmallow cloud, but the marshmallow is toned down. I'm sure marshmallow is not listed in here, but it has that very light, sweet, fluffy sweetness to it that's not overly sweet and not overly dense. A beautiful, very well done, very well executed citrusy gourmand that wears so beautifully. And there's something about it that is not cloying, it's not heavy. You could wear this all year round. It's not going to choke you out. It's not going to be too heavy. And it has a nice little scent bubble, but it did not overpower my friends or coworkers. And I also love that it has a really nice, creamy, detectable sandalwood in the base. So you do need to like a light, fluffy, citrusy, gourmand, citrusy vanilla, but you have to be able to enjoy a sandalwood because sandalwood is definitely detected. The next one, speaking of wearing things to work, the next one is the newest release by Navatus in collaboration with one of my favorite content creators, the beautiful Sharita M. They came out with Reverie Rouge and Reverie Blanc, and I have both. I'm going to show Reverie Rouge because I've worn it multiple times, and I actually wore it to work yesterday. It was my scent of the day. It's quite beautiful. And what I love about it, when you buy the fragrances, this is the box, they actually have a travel size of the sister fragrance. So in your box of Reverie Rouge, you're going to get a travel size of Reverie Blanc or vice versa. I thought that was genius. So you can, at least when you buy one, you can try the other. And I've only worn Reverie Blanc one time and I really, really like it. I'll show it on another video because it'll go so well in other videos. But I've worn Reverie Rouge many, many times. This is a grown-up, fruity, musky perfume. It's strawberry, there's cherries, there's red berries, red fruits, red berries. It's very lovely, but it has a grown-up, more serious quality to it. It doesn't smell like shampoo. It does not smell like body spray. It does not smell juvenile. There's nothing wrong with smelling juvenile. But I say that because when I wore it yesterday, all my friends who smelled me, all my friends who got a whiff said, it smells really nice. It smells very grown up. It smells like a grown up fruity perfume. And that's a perfect perfume for me to wear to work. And I think what gives it a little bit of a grown up quality, it doesn't smell too much like shampoo. It doesn't smell too overly fruity. It has a lovely musk. It has a nice woodiness. I would say maybe there's blonde woods in here. And I love, love, love the pink flower, the pink rose. So it has rose, maybe a little bit of peony, but what I get is a beautiful pink rose. So a pink rose dusted or drizzled with some beautiful dark fruits, cherries, strawberries, some sort of berries, in a serious musk with some beautiful light blonde woods. So this is an everyday, professional, musky, woody, fruity rose perfume that I love. Job well done, Sharita. I'm so glad I have it in my collection. Another fragrance, oh my gosh, that people have been talking about, but it took me a while because I wanted to wear it lots and lots of times. Another one I took to work, another one my friends and I tried out on each other is Fleur Majesty by Kayali. So when I talk about a theme in the basket, there are a lot of fragrances that are like fruity rose fragrances. This is another one. This is a beautiful, sparkly fruity rose. Peach, pear, there's always some sort of sugared musk. It does immediately remind me of Delina Exclusive, but there are some big differences. So that fruity rose, this one is peach, this one is pear. Delina Exclusive has that lychee or lychee. Delina Exclusive is a lot sweeter. Delina Exclusive has more vanilla. Delina Exclusive has oud and incense that this one does not have. So this is more light, this is more airy, this is more whimsical, this is more fruity. It's fruit heavy in this one. And it's not as heavy, it's not as powdery. So this one, out of a lot of the fragrances that I took this one day. This one, people just absolutely loved it. They adored it. That is going to be a very good seller for the brand. Also in that same category one, oh my gosh, I absolutely love this one. This is the newest release by BDK Parfums. This is called Impadia. Speaking of a perfume that I do not need, but I'm glad I have, is this one right here. This is a woody vanillic rose sandalwood perfume that I adore. So it does take two perfumes. It kind of takes that two perfume categories and combines them into one. This is that rose from the Delina sisters. This has the akigala wood or the sandalwood of Guidance that did not work for me. The only time I liked Guidance was one spray, walking through it, and then smelling it on my jacket 2 days later. The deep, deep, deep dry down. In the beginning, it was just way too much for me, but I did love the deep dry down sandalwood, akigala wood. This is kind of the best of both worlds. Oh my gosh, I'm literally obsessed with this perfume. I do get that guidance, sandalwood, akigala vibe. It doesn't have that horrible pear, incense, hazelnut beginning that is a punch in the face and literally made me nauseous. And it also combines a little bit of that atomic rose, the rose and atomic rose, minus a little bit of the amber and minus some of that pepper that was in atomic rose. That's a big part of the opening of atomic rose. So this is kind of like 3 beautiful perfumes in one. Oh my gosh, I can't recommend this highly enough. So if you can get your nose on a sample, this is going to be one of my spring and summer go-tos. Another fruity rose vanilla perfume. Again, I told you that there was a theme, is this one, Very Good Girl Elixir. I have said from the beginning, a lot of you guys think these bottles are hokey. I love these bottles. The issue was I didn't like the juice inside. Good Girl, the original Good Girl, was not for me. I was not team Good Girl, but I have loved the pink and red flankers. They just were a little bit too similar to things I already owned. And this is another fruity rose perfume that's absolutely fantastic. I want to spray it. And this is very similar to, I need to get a new dabber. This is similar to the original Very Good Girl with some minor differences, but they're rather big. So, okay, this is what happens when you film multiple videos in one day. The battery says, I don't want to work anymore. So for Very Good Elixir, what's this one? It's very close to the original Very Good Girl. So if you're, you're on a budget, you're looking to not add, or you're not looking to add fragrances that have too much overlap, and you already had the original Very Good Girl, this one is probably too similar. I like this one better. That one had lychee, I want to believe. It was a little bit more tart. It was a little bit more fruity. This one has a dark black cherry. This one has almond, so it has that beautiful almond cherry thing. The rose is beautiful, and it's a little bit more vanillic. That one is a little bit more fruity, a little bit more fresh and fruity. This one is a little bit more dark, syrupy, almondy. The rose is a little bit more prominent and sweet. Love it. As you can see, there's a theme. This fruity rose, I think is going to be very big for this season. Okay, the next one is another perfume I have had for months and months. But it took me a while again to make this video. This is by Micallef, one of my favorite houses, and this is Hypnotic Must. This was sent to me by the brand. Thank you. I have loved basically every single release from Micallef. It's one of the best houses. Just, they know how to do fragrances. Just beautiful Parisian house. And this one is a like. I will say I definitely like this. It's not a full-on love, but it is a strong like, and I think it's a very, very easy perfume to like. It's a beautiful, it's a fruity musk. So I think this is like raspberry, maybe peach, probably lychee. A very, very pretty musk. Not overly floral, not overly woody. Very professional. If you're looking for a professional, a clean, fresh, fruity, professional musk, this is very nice. It has a powderiness to it. I want to say there's violets in here, so it does have a little bit of a candied, powdery, floral sweetness that doesn't overshadow the fruits. It doesn't overshadow those juicy fruity notes, and it doesn't overshadow the musk. And the musk is very gauzy and very, very lovely. Like I said, if you're looking for a professional, like a signature scent that's a fruity musk, this one is very, very nice. And the last one is one I've been waiting forever to add to my collection. It's Sonic Flower. Yes, this has been out forever, but this is kind of the fragrance that embodies what I really, really love right now. This is in the family of Glossier You. So I do enjoy that profile. I have a couple others in that profile, and this is in that profile, but I absolutely love it. It's that powdery iris, musk, kind of your skin but better. I don't know if there's pear in here. Sometimes ambrette, that botanical musk, I get a little bit of like a cozy pear. This one has carrot seed, like unmistakable. I love that carrot seed. Carrot seeds kind of smell like a beanbag. Have you ever bought those things that you put on your neck and it's got rice or little seeds? Maybe it has carrot seeds in it and you heat it up when you have muscle tension. Carrot seeds kind of smell like the stuffing, the inside of those little wraps. It gives it a warmth. It gives it a little bit of like a nutty, seedy warmth. It's so good. So take a powdery iris, orris, add some beautiful botanical musk, some ambrette, a little bit of pear. I am definitely getting pear. And this warm carrot seed. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite iris perfumes at the moment. If you like that kind of a profile, this one is one of the best ones, if not the best in that group. And I'm gonna stop here. I think that's enough. So that's it. My hits and misses for my new pickups. There were no hates. There was one miss just because it did not smell like I thought it would smell. And the rest are quite lovely. There's definitely a theme. I'm gonna be wearing a lot of these beautiful fruity, fresh fruity, musky rose perfumes. I love that kind of a scent profile, particularly in the warmer weather, spring, summer, early fall. Thanks again for sticking around. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't done already, let us all know down below maybe some of your hits and misses, some of your newest hits, some of your disappointing misses, and some of your newest pickups. Thanks again for sticking around. Thanks for watching. And with that, I'll see you on the next one.